Yo, what's going on? How's everyone doing today? Anthony's Gaming Show. We are back with more Final Fantasy XVI news. With the Rising Tide DLC only a few days away, so much more information and updates have been coming out, not only about the paid DLC, but also some really cool free updates as well. With so many new quality of life features added, let's go ahead and take a look inside the gaming show and see what we can find. First, let's talk about something that I'm not sure that was really videoized anywhere else, but a really cool extra added on bonus from buying both expansion passes. We are going to be able to be getting us a new weapon and 2 orchestra rolls that are from Final Fantasy XIV, so it's really cool to see an in-game collaboration with 16 and 14 on the 16 side. First, let's go ahead and look at the reimagined weapon from the Warrior of Light from Final Fantasy XIV, the Cortana sword. This sword is from the Paladin, and I actually have it for one of my characters, so I'm really excited to see Clive use it. We are also going to be getting Torn from the Heavens and Through the Maelstrom orchestra rolls to be played in the background at the Hideaway. These songs are from when we fight Leviathan in Final Fantasy XIV, so it's going to be cool to hear them in the game of Final Fantasy XVI. I'm super excited, y'all, to have this new weapon. I guess we'll go ahead and use it as our main weapon when we go through the Rising Tide, since it's going to be like how we had the Buster Sword the last time. We're even getting more orchestra rolls from the DLC, so there's so much for us to look for, you guys. I think they said they're going to be adding over 50 new orchestra rolls, and I haven't even got all of them from the last DLC. I will be live streaming the DLC, so if you guys would like to come and hang out and see how the DLC goes, we will be doing that Thursday and Friday, so please do come check us out. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about the new story side quest, the Rising Tide, what the DLC is named after. We're going to be going to join Clive again as an unmarked letter arrives at the hideout, giving us information about the dominant of Leviathan, the water icon, needing our help. With our party, we will go ahead and travel to this new land of Mysteria that has a blue sky with the people of a long forgotten history. By going through the story, we are going to be meeting as some new characters, including a new ally, Shula, best described as an earnest soldier that has a strong sense of duty, and this has some kind of connection to the Leviathan dominant as well. I'm really excited to see what is going to happen with this new fight when we are fighting Leviathan. I know they said that we need to save the dominant, but obviously because it is a big action scene, we are going to need some battles, so I'm really excited to see how that's going to go. The devs said that they really wanted to make this that big ultimate endgame battle to make it very cool for us, and it's going to be a little challenging because we want to use all of the different skills that we've learned so far with Ifrit in order to do this, so I'm so excited to see how that goes. We will even be gaining a new power after defeating Leviathan, having our serpent cry allow Clive to summon the serpent using their ability to hit enemies from afar with precision hits. Now that Clive has attained Leviathan, we will have all 8 elements, and I'm really excited to see what will happen, if there's perhaps a secret final boss that we will be fighting, or perhaps the image that we saw of Clyde. If I were correct, remember the story with Ultima was he wanted us to absorb all of the icons so that we could become the perfect vessel for him to possess. And I remember this kind of looks kind of like the picture Joshua to look at some of the background history. So I'm really excited to see how they're going to connect all this lore together. Perhaps this picture of Clive is his 100% form. Not only the main area where we're going to be going, but we also have a new area in Mysteria called the Ire of Hour that we can explore, where we will find new enemies for us to fight, such as the Tomberries. They will be having a new design for Final Fantasy XVI. I'm really excited to see and go up against these new enemies, fighting them and seeing what kind of abilities that they're going to have. I'm assuming that they wanted to make them bigger so that way they have a bigger hitbox, because most of the enemies that Clive fight are humanoid, and the original design that they had with the OG Death Reaper looking thing was really cool, but I do like the final design that they went with, so I'm so excited to fight these guys with Clive and party. Next up, we have the final part of the DLC that is really going to be giving us the end game content for us to continue pushing through, you guys. This new mode, Cryos Gate, looks super exciting. We're going to be doing like a dungeon crawl kind of unlocking enemies, unlocking floors, and fighting waves and waves of enemies. We're going to need to make sure that Clive has fully leveled up, having all the different upgrades that he possibly can, and after certain levels we'll be getting even more cooler gear and powers for Clive. And at the very end, there's even more bonus because there's a global leaderboard, so we can go in and see how our points stack against the other Warriors of Light, giving us a nice initiative to compete against each other. But last but not least, you guys, we do get a lot of really cool final updates for the free update stuff. Even if you guys don't have the DLC, there's some more quality of life stuff coming with the 1.30 update. The thing that I think first is going to be cool is that we're getting the level increase, of course, from 55 to 60 on the normal mode, as well as 110 final level for the Final Fantasy mode. We're going to gain the ability to immediately go back to the quest giver after finishing a quest with a quick completion function. I think this is going to be super helpful, killing a lot of time. I do need to still go through Final Fantasy mode and get that part done, so I hope this will make it a little bit shorter time distance with the travel and everything going between stuff. And they also even gave an update to the important character quests, so you can differentiate which ones you should do in which order, so that way you know which quests are more important. I'm assuming something like the Chocobo quest will have a better icon for that. Another really cool feature I think is going to be the skill set feature, which gives us 5 different unique sets, so we can go ahead and make different ability setups, giving you the kind of different customization route, whether you want to have 3 different icons with different setups and being able to switch in between those on the fly, making it a lot easier. Speaking of customization, what I am most excited for is we are finally, after this final update, getting the full customization controller type, allowing us to put each action and command in any button layout that we want. When we started the game, we only had 3 different setups for our controller. We added 2 more with our last update, and finally with this one we gained the full capability of controlling it with our inputs. Really excited to see the different kind of combos that everyone can do with the different buttons, and I know I would like to maybe change a few things as well. As mentioned before, we're also getting all those new orchestra roles, as well as a photo mode with the different tone correction screen effects, so we can go ahead and take pictures of our beautiful characters in these new beautiful areas. That's going to be the video for this time, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am so excited to be playing the Rising Tide DLC, even more excited that the game is going to be getting even more complete than it already was. I really do love Final Fantasy 16 and think it is a great Final Fantasy game. It came out with the complete story upon release, and this extra DLC has given us even more benefits and time with the beloved characters that we have, and giving us new areas to explore. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please do watch this other one where I go over the Final Fantasy 16 and 14 event in the other video. So if you guys have watched this far, please do subscribe to the channel. I have so much more Final Fantasy content to come out. I have videos coming out about information about Final Fantasy 16 and their characters and lore, as well as my thought about Final Fantasy 7 and the ending. Have a shell-tastic day, Shell Squad. Until the next time, bye-bye.